Good day, students. Welcome to Basic Science class. Today we're going to talk about matter. So what matters to us today is matter. So what is matter? Look at the marker in my hand. I will tell you that the marker in my hand is an example of matter. For example, again, you have the duster here, is a matter. So think of anything. Water, a matter. The gas or the vapor coming from the surface of the water is also matter. So that's why we say matter is anything that has weight, that is mass, and can occupy a space. Let's look at the states of matter. So we want to look at the condition in which you find a particular substance, and that is what is called the state of matter. So the first one is called the solid. We have the liquid and we have the gas. So water, for example, the water can exist in all the three states of matter. Water can exist in all the three states of matter. So water can be solid. For example, we have the ice. So look at the ice, for example. This particular water has been iced and is now solid. So give an example of solid, very solid. That is good. So water can also exist in the liquid state. That is what we call it water. The drinking water, for example. Then water can also exist as gas. Then you have it as vapor. Look at it, for example. There is a cup. Then you have the vapor coming out of the water. So when you eat, that is you apply the fire to this cup, then you start to have the vapor coming out. So we can say this is the vapor coming out. So let's go to the characteristics or features of each of the states of matter. The first one is solid, as we know. So solid is tightly packed. Solid is tightly packed. Look at the substances, or you say the molecules of solid. You can see the molecules of solid here. Solid is tightly packed. And it's very close together. Very, very close together. And because it's tightly packed, it has a low movement energy. When I say movement energy, it means what? Kinetic energy. That is, these molecules, each of them are not moving at all, or the movement is very low. Okay? It also has a definite shape. So I can say, what is the shape of this? For example, we agree that this is a solid material. So I'll ask you that what is the shape of this particular marker? You say it's a cylinder. What is the shape of this particular duster? It's a solid, we agree. So you say it is what? A rectangle. So it also has a definite shape. It also has a definite volume. Yes, the solid is difficult to compress. It's difficult to compress or expand. You can compress it. You can try your best, but it's very difficult to do. This is an example of solid. Very difficult to compress together and very difficult to what? To expand. That is to increase in the length or the size. Very difficult to do that. Let's go to the liquid. So what is an example of a liquid? Yes, water. That is water. I have it here. So let me give you the shape of the water here. The shape of the water here. These are the molecules that make up the water. Water is not as tight as the solid. So therefore we say it is loosely packed. You can complete yourself. It is what? Loosely packed. So you can see the molecules are a little bit separate, okay, from one another. Therefore it can move. The molecules can move a little. They can move more than the solid. We say it has higher kinetic energy than the solid. And so the molecules are apart, so they are a little bit free to move. Then it has a definite volume. Yes, we can determine the volume of the liquid, but has no definite shape. You have to take note of this. It has what? No definite shape. For example, you say Then you tell me that what is the shape of liquid? Scientists told us that instead of saying that a liquid has a definite shape, you say the liquid takes the shape of the container. Wherever you put the liquid is the shape of that container you put the liquid. That is, the liquid is going to take. For example, what is the shape of the water here? Okay, it is the shape of this cylinder. Okay, what is the shape of the water here? It is the shape of this rectangle. So this means that we say the water takes the shape of the container. It takes the shape of the container. Then it's also difficult. You can do that. You can compress and expand, but it's difficult to do that. It's difficult to compress or expand. So let's get to the last of all state of matter, that is gas. What is an example of gas? You have the vapor. And then we say, let me give you the structure of the gases. They are further apart. Okay, they are not trying to be together. They are not as together as liquid. So the force between the molecule is negligible. Almost no force bringing the molecules together. So we don't say it is loosely packed. It is further apart or further apart. So the second thing is that it has the highest kinetic and the movement energy. You can see the molecules of liquid, they are moving. They are moving all the time. Of gas, they are moving all the time. Then it has no definite shape, nor definite volume. But the last thing is that it is easy to compress or expand. It is easy to compress or expand. So we are going to stop the class today. We're going to continue from there. Thank you very much. Goodbye.